Hello, I'm Maria from the Richardson's Homeschool Live. Today I'm coming with you with a quick vlog because we're still catching up with ourselves from the weekend, tidying up and everything after all the Jubilee celebrations. So I thought I'm just going to have a quick word with you about this new education bill. I've not really spoken much about it, not recently anyway. And I've been looking what it's all about because it doesn't just affect homeschoolers. I think it's got things to do with schools and everything. But obviously for us being homeschoolers, it's the bit about the registration that affects us. So I've been having a look at it and got a bit of information about it and where it's going and where it is at the moment, how it's progressing. I've got it on notes down. If you see what I'm looking at notes, what I've jotted down. The reason I was going to mention it today is because tomorrow it's going before the House of Lords. It's at a committee stage. I think the committee stage is to do with when they put forward amendments and any changes they want, because they've already read it, but it's proposed changes, things that they might want to alter and things like that. So tomorrow, June the 8th, it's going through to the House of Lords committee stage. So they see who wants to amend what. Let's have a look what information we have on it. So it's like I say, it affects a lot of things to do with schools and that, but the one thing that we're concerned about is the fact of registering our children so that they know where every homeschool child in the country is. Now, I'm not sure if this is just England or whether it is the UK, because every time I see it, it's referred to England. It doesn't mention the rest of the UK. I've tried to have a look around, but I can't really see much of what it says about that. Just to just show you don't look right. So yeah, it's saying England, but I'm assuming it's going to be the UK. I don't know. I can't swear to that. But anyway, tomorrow you can watch it live. It is on Parliament TV and it begins at 3:45 and they will start debating it or saying if they want anything altered. I mean, like I say, a lot of it isn't going to be doing with us because it's going to be doing with schools. So if you happen to watch and you've got children at school, because some people do a mixture of both, don't they? Homeschool and they have children at school. It might be worth watching everything. It might concern you in all regards, or most regards. But for those who just homeschool, it's this bit about the registers. Like I say, you can watch it live on TV tomorrow. Well, TV on Parliament TV tomorrow, which should be able to get on your phones and that. I'll tell you where you can get it directly if you watch it on your phones or tablets or whatever. If you go to the UK Parliament website, it's www.parliament.uk, or I should say www.parliament.uk. Go on that side and under the House of Lords, then you'll find a link where you can go on to Parliament TV and it's from 3:45. And if you don't catch that, if you don't do that, you can read Lord Hansard's transcript. But if you leave it for a few hours, they recommend about 3 hours leaving it till after it's all done. And then you can read the transcript afterwards if you don't watch it live. So yeah, I mean, so far it's had its second reading. So this is the stage now that it's at. Tomorrow it's going to the committee stage, and that is through the House of Lords where they will alter anything. So that might be worth a watch. I'm not sure where it goes from there, but obviously when I see what happens tomorrow, then I will see where it goes from beyond there. I should be able to see and see what's happening. As regards registers, what would I like to see about it? I mean, personally, I'd rather have just left it as it was, but I don't really mind being registered because they're registered for all kinds of things anyway, which is why I don't understand why they need to register, because they should know where your children are through doctor's records. They've all got NHS numbers and everything. But having said that, I'm not too worried about it. I do think it's wrong to say that they'll fine people if they don't register the children. That's not right to do that. I mean, maybe not everyone's even aware this is going to happen. You don't know. They could get fined for no reason. But anyway, besides that, I'm not too worried about being on a register. It's just the fact you know where that's going to go. I don't mind the LEA officers coming in and looking at Sean's work. No reason to mind that. Why should I mind? If it's a two-way road, that they're there to help me if I want to ask something, and you know, they're happy to come see what they want to see, don't mind that. That's no problem, no worries there. What I will mind is if the government starts saying further down the line, because obviously it wouldn't be straight away, they've got to set all these registers up, it'll take a while, and it's certainly going to take a good while to find people to pay to go out and check on everybody. But once they start doing that and they're getting records of what these LEA officer people take back and say everyone's doing, what I will mind then is if they turn around and say, well, actually, it's so fragmented, everyone's doing this, that and the other, we want them to be in line with schools. And then they'll start saying, right, they've got to follow the curriculum. Even if it's not bang on the curriculum, they've got to follow similar patterns. Now, a part of me says, well, I don't know why they can do that or how they can do that, because around by us we've got free schools as well as ordinary secondary schools, and of course public schools. We're surrounded by them all. And free schools and public schools, they pick their own curriculum. They don't have to follow the national curriculum, which the mainstream secondary schools do. So I'm thinking, well, common sense says, can they give us a curriculum to follow if there are free schools to follow in their own curriculum? So I don't really know on that one. I'm a bit half and half. Will they do that? I don't want them to do that. I don't think they should do that, because the beauty of homeschooling is our children can learn what is suitable for them to learn, what they enjoy learning, and at a level that they can do it. Because I take Sean with maths. She could never go into school and do Key Stage 3 maths, never. No amount of tutoring is going to get her to that level. All it's going to do is cause her stress and depression, and goodness knows what thoughts in her head will come of all of that. And there's going to be lots of children who are going to be like that, who are going to be stressed. So there's no way on this planet I would want anybody coming in saying, right, you've got to do Key Stage 3 maths. And like another year beyond the next school year, it will be Key Stage 4 maths, GCSE maths. There is no chance. So that I do not agree with. I do not agree at all. I think something suitable for our education, for their age abilities, is aiming to be able to learn household bills, shopping, things like that. They're the things they're going to need. Everything else is a plus. That doesn't mean they can't learn everything else, but that core element of learning needs to be there. Anything else can be built on any time in their lives, whenever they want to and if they want to, but they have got to be able to run a home and, you know, be able to go shopping, do the things they need to do. So they've got to know simple figures and even telling the time. I mean, it's only recently Sean started learning the clock face time. She's only known digital, but it's just through, you know, doing it with her all the time with school, just the basics. So yeah, I do not think it is right that they could come in and do that. I'm not saying they will. I don't know if they will, but they'll perhaps give it a darn good try. Something along those elements. And also, sorry about that, the dog barked, somebody knocked the door. Like I was saying, also GCSEs, I do not want them to turn around at some point and say, we think all homeschool children should be doing GCSEs the same as children do in school. Out of the two, curriculum and GCSEs, I think the one they're more likely to go with eventually is ensuring every child takes their GCSEs for an important career. So yeah, I do think that's going to come. It won't come straight away because obviously it's a big thing. Once this goes through, they've got to get all the registers on the go, and they've got to pay somebody to go out and see everybody. But I think following on to that, when they start getting results from all of that, they'll start upping the game a bit and wanting to do something else. And GCSEs wouldn't surprise me if they wanted to get them into that. But of course, they should pay for that then. It's their responsibility then to pay for that, like they do with children at school, because they're treating them exactly the same. It's just they're on a different premises, different place, not in a school. So they should pay for them then for children who want to take them. And I think they shouldn't be forcing them to take them. So like if there was some they did want to take, say like Sean turned around and said, well actually I wouldn't mind doing a GCSE in history, I don't want the others, but I wouldn't mind doing history. You know, if they're saying you've got to do some, they should honour that one and say, yes, we'll pay for that one, you can do that one. But the thing is, they won't do that. It'll be maths, English and science. Now, maths is definitely no-go. English should probably be all right to do. Science, that's another no-go because she doesn't like science. And to be honest with you, I absolutely do not understand why they do science. When I was at school, it was maths and English. I don't understand why they've suddenly said science, you know. I don't know anybody goes to work needing to know the compound of this and the element of that. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. So yeah, they're the things that I think that could happen beyond that. They're the only things that bother me. But anyway, I shall try and catch this bill tomorrow now, which I said was on, what did I say it was on? Parliament TV. So yeah, if you go on to the www.parliament.uk and the House of Lords section, you should be able to find it from there, and you'll get a link that you can just press on. I've already tried it, see where it takes me, and it takes me to the page saying that the debate begins tomorrow at 3:45 on June the 8th. So yeah, you can catch it then, or like I said, catch the transcript with Lord Hansard. It is Lord Hansard, his transcript, and that's about 3 hours later. They advise you to go about 3 hours later, and you should be able to get his transcript then. So a lot of it, like I said, won't have anything to do with homeschooling it, because there's a lot of different school issues that they're debating, and most of it is to do with actual school, but it's the bit about the register for homeschool children that we're interested in. So you probably have to listen or read through a lot of other stuff till you get to what you want. It's not so bad if you read it, because you can just flick through till you find what you want. But if you're watching the whole thing, it might be a bit boggling. But then, like I say, if you've got children in school as well, you might be interested in hearing all of it, because a lot of it might apply to you. So yeah, that's it for today. School-wise, it's later in the day now. Actually, I've done this video later because I wanted to find that information to tell you. But this morning Sean's been doing geography. She's written a really good story actually, because we got this Titanic thing. It was off Twinkle, and I got it a couple of years ago when she was in year 6, and we had to do homeschooling, and the Twinkle gave you all free memberships for school pupils. So I downloaded quite a bit of stuff then, and one of it was about Titanic. You've got to imagine yourself as a crew member, then write your story about it. And she's done it, and she's done it really good. We downloaded 3 sheets, line sheets, and then we had to use 3 more out of an A4 book, and she's filled it up and done a really good story about it, but I haven't got time to read it all to you now. But it was really good what she wrote, and it was really good. And I think she's got quite a talent for writing. So this is another important thing about letting them be, you know, doing what they want to learn, because I think they excel much better with their interests, much better than she enjoys story writing and things like that. And it's great for her English. Brilliant. So yeah, that's what she's been doing this morning, and we've been doing some times tables as well, because they're working through them, because we do blue maths in between that, so she doesn't do them continuously. Can't think what else she's done this morning. Some art, We've been discussing music as well, whether to put that in next term. She's not so keen about learning music. She doesn't want to read music, she doesn't understand that. I thought, well, it might be nice just to sort of go through famous musicians, composers, things like that, and learn a bit about them. You know, it might be interesting, even if it's just like the lives she's interested in. So she said, yeah, that might be nice. So we're banding about all kinds of ideas at the moment, what we might do for the curriculum for next year or September. The college workbooks I was on about should end, I've been saying it all year, should end at the end of July when she breaks up for summer. But I've actually counted the pages, how many she does and what's left, and worked out it'll more likely be coming up to Christmas. So they'll carry on at the beginning of year 9, which is okay because Key Stage 3 covers year 7, 8 and 9 anyway. So there's no rush to do them. I don't want to rush so we finish the books. Just do them steadily and discuss things and whatnot. So it will probably be Christmas when she's finished with those books now. So we're going to work on a curriculum and we're getting ideas, like I said, working on a curriculum ready for September. But I think it's going to be like, I'm going to do 2 curriculums. So one will be from the September to the Christmas. So it incorporates finishing her Key Stage 3 books. And then the other will be from January next year up until the end of year 9, summertime. So what we're going to do with the rest of the time then. So it'll be, I'll probably have to do like 2 curriculums, but we're working on that and seeing. We get ahead of ourselves too much. So yeah, that's what she's been doing now. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. I was going to give you a quick tour of the front garden actually, the fruit orchard, because I didn't do that the other day. But I'll see if I can get some in for next week and do some for next week. So yeah, that's it for this week now. And like I say, if you're interested, keep an eye on what's happening in the House of Lords tomorrow with this school bill. I shall be having a look, and perhaps we'll have a natter about it next Tuesday as well, depending what's come of it and where it goes next. So anyway, until next Tuesday, take care of yourselves and I'll see you then. Bye.